Okay, and it's that time again to have a little look at some kits. So first off, we're going through the box of the Avro 626 Prefect. Now this is from, I'm just going to call them KP model. I wouldn't like to pronounce that, but we can see there that is what their name is, and they are, I think, a Czech company. Looks like it, yeah, Czech Republic. So, why have I got this? This is continuing on my long-winded collection of aircraft and vehicles from the Spanish Civil War. One of these was over there in this configuration, I believe, and this kit cropped up late last year, and it's the correct version, so I thought I'd have a go. And just before we get into this one, if we just consult the trusty old book, Gerald Howson, Aircraft of the Spanish Civil War, this is the one. Now it's actually quite an interesting aspect to this, because this was, cool, where are we? Blimey. Metal construction, 1626, the demonstrator GABRK, which had been a familiar sight at air displays in Britain for several years, was, and there it is, was sold by W.R. Westhead of Heston Aerodrome to Leslie Staninault, alias Leslie Charles Lewis, in December 1936. It presumably passed into Spain early in January 1937, together with two of Staninault's other aircraft, the Avro 643 Cadet and the Miles M23 Hawk Speed 6, which we've had on the channel previously. And it was employed as a gunnery trainer at the School for Observers and Bombardiers at Los Alcázares. So there we go. It's a famous one that was doing the circuit in Britain in 1934, 35, 36. So we can assume it looked like that, but they painted over the codes. Maybe even not. So a lot of interest there. Not sure how we'd actually go ahead and finish it, but buying the kit's the first hurdle. So there we are. The kit is here, and it has been bought. So let's have a look at it. What we have is a couple of interesting things, because I think this being a Czech company, they've got a particular, is it a Czech built, or there's a different fuselage in here, and I think that's specific to this one, the Tatra T126, which I believe is the Czech one. Yeah, so it's a Czech manufactured Avro Prefect. And what we want is the original, the British Avro Prefect. So I've got a feeling that those two are the new sprues for the Tatra, and it looks as though it's something to do with that platform at the back. And what is that? Where are we? Bear with me. Yeah, so Tatra, so their sprue that they did, this is the original sprue, is for the Czech built version. So we're not going to use those fuselages, we're going to use these fuselage halves. So we get rid of that, and then this is what we're going to be doing. So this is our model here. I do believe when this was originally out, these were resin. I think it's been out in the past. But this is a new release, and it was pretty much brand new when I got it. I don't know if there's a date on here. No, I think it was a late 2023 release. So, there we go. This is what we got. Really is what we'd come to expect from a short run 1/72nd fuselage half. Well, in fact, I think it's actually better. We can see how fine the panel lines are. We've got the tweezers here, and they're very sharp. Nice bit of ribbing showing through there as well. Obviously the interior details, what we expect. So let's have a look at what we're going to be doing here. So we're going to go down this side. Pretty simple, straight with the engine. So what's the engine look like? I mean, fine for one that's going in a cowling. I must say that this looks a lot sharper than this. and unfortunately this is the front facing section of the engine. But there we are. Does go inside a cowling. There is no photo etch, so we're going to have to roll with what we got there. I mean, it is what it is. It's a 1/72 aircraft, you know, it depends how far we want to go on it. For me, that's probably fine. A little bit of detail painting, but you could strip all that away, try and get back to the cylinder heads, and then put these parts in yourself. I probably wouldn't go through the effort of that, but nevertheless, looks absolutely fine. We've got the cockpit floor there as well, and the wheels, and it looks like the fuel tank. I think that's the top of the wing fuel tank. Then we run on through. We've got a basic seat, which really is, oh no, it's actually not too bad. I thought it would be 2 bits of plastic. No, it's fine. It's moulded in one. That's alright. We can deal with that. We've got decal seat belts, which again, in the scale, I mean, I'm not going to be worried about using them at all. They'll be fine. They'll be absolutely fine. Straight on through, cockpit floor, cowling, engine in, fuselage halves. We've got 2 instrument panels going in, which, you know, very simple affair. We've got them there. We've got recessed bezels. That's it. Nothing on the decal sheet. Straight on down into the undercarriage going on, which is, now this is where these do get a bit tricky, because the undercarriage and the struts are a pretty simple affair, really, and they rely on this sort of small nib going in a relatively small hole, or not even, as we can see there. I mean, there's nothing there that you're going to fix it to, so it might be a bit of drilling and pinning usually helps, or, you know, just go for it and see how you get on. So that's all very normal. And then when we're from there, we've got the lower wing going on, which is a butt join. Now we've got a raised area there for it to go on. Again, I tend to prefer having drill a couple of holes, put a bit of wire in, match it up with the wing. Much stronger bond then. There we go. You can see butt join there, and the ribbing effect on the lower wings. Then we've got the upper wing as well, so that's one piece. We've got the dihedral. Looks very good. Nothing wrong with that. Struts. Upper fuel tank going on there. Struts going on. We have a little bit of rigging. We got a rigging diagram, sort of front on view there, and then in red here. And what's that? We've got slats going on there, I think. Separate. I mean, this all looks absolutely fine. So let's have a look at the parts. I think it's a sort of charming little model. I must admit, this sprue is not quite as sharp. Or is it? Oh, no, I think it's very much... yeah, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. What I'd come to expect, there's nothing wrong with this at all. You can put as much or as little in this as you want. You know, you can build this straight out of the box, or you can go to town with it and add a load of detail, you know, wiring around the engine, fill out the cockpit, but it's, you know, you've got to weigh up what you want to do. For my purposes, this is just about getting a representation of the plane as a model on display when I do displays for the Spanish Civil War Special Interest Group. So I'd probably be going straight out of the box with rigging and not look to go much further than that. And I think it's a really impressive model if we go down that route. We'll just have a quick look at the decals. Now, these aren't always separate on the sheet. They're usually one piece of carrier film. You've got to cut them out. But these are, I can see carrier film around them. Don't know if it's really not showing up that well, but there is carrier film around them, so it's not all just one sheet. They're already pre-cut, so they just lift off as normal decals. There we are. So that is the KP models. Avro 626 Prefect, including parts to build the Tatra T126 in 1/72 scale. Very interesting model, and let's hope I can bring it to the channel sometime soon.